everyone, my name is Marion and I'm here today with my summer book haul. And I swear I wasn't going to buy a lot of books. I was doing good whole summer, so I just bought a couple of books in summer, and then just at the end of the summer there was a Boekenfestijn. This is an event where they just bought a lot of books, really cheap, and well, I bought 25 books in total this summer. Just for the record, that is gonna be my TBR for the rest of my pile just toppled over, and that is gonna be my TBR for the rest of the year, I think. So I'm not going to do a separate TBR because I just don't know where to start. I have to pick my books from this pile. I'm gonna see if I can rescue my pile. Okay, so first I bought, maybe not all that interesting, I bought some cooking books and I just loved this vintage cover. This is a stampot, like mashed potatoes and vegetables mixed up, and I just love this cover and I loved stampot. Okay, I just thought this would really look good on my bookshelf if I had a bookshelf in my kitchen, and I hope to have that in the future, in a future home someday, hopefully soon. And I'm just gonna put it aside. And the next book that I bought, which was really popular on my Facebook, was Fit Mom, 100 Days of Dedication. This is not only a cookbook, this also has exercises to do with your children, like from baby till older. There are exercises for all ages in this, and a lot of recipes that I wanted to give a try, but I'm a very picky eater. I really don't like that many vegetables, but I gave some recipes a try already, and I must say I think this will be something that I can keep up, but not at the moment because I have a lot on my mind. But okay, I'm making excuses, but I'm gonna start on this really soon. So I had that in my kitchen for a long time already. And because I noticed this book had some recipes that I could find in the book that I bought now, I thought I could just add other recipes to my, well, I just don't want to say diet, to my meal plan from this book. This is the Ultimate Low Carb Baking Book. So when I skimmed through this book, I noticed some recipes that seemed familiar, or ingredients that seemed familiar, that were also used in the Fit Mom book, and I thought I can just combine these two books when I'm just planning my meals in the future. This was a book that I found at Boekenfestijn. This was the most expensive one in the bunch, and so I think this will be really worth its money. Okay, next up, you might have already seen I had a book depository order, and I ordered 5 books, and I'm just gonna show them real quickly because I talked about them in my unboxing video, because I like to unbox. I bought To Kill a Kingdom, which is about a mermaid, and it's supposed to be really stabby and dark, and I found this really interesting, and I'm probably gonna read this real soon. Second, I read Ink before, and this is the sequel. This is Spark by Alice Broadway, and that Ink just ended like, oh my god, I wanted to know what happened next, and now I have the sequel, and I'm probably will be saying that about a lot of books. I will be reading this really soon. And another one that I have seen a lot on BookTube is Sight by Neil Schusterman. This is a world where people don't die and they have special sites to kill off people, to, I think, to contain the population, because if everybody just keeps living, this would be a world just full of people not being able to live in a decent home. I think there would just be, well, not much room. And this is about Citra and Rowan, who just start their education to become sites, and that's all I know. I just know this much, and I've heard that it's good, and I will be reading this really soon. So the next book is Elias Hook by Lisa Jensen. This is like a Peter Pan retelling from, I don't know, it's just Hook's perspective from Peter Pan, but maybe follow up when someone else comes to Neverland. And well, it's just fun to read how the villain in the story is leading his life, because maybe there's more to it, and maybe he gets a happy ending as well as in most fairy tales. I think this one will take me a little longer to get through, and this one I will maybe read more at the ending of my TBR pile. This these first three books that are definitely gonna be in my immediate TBR, and this one will be added later because I have so many more books. And next one I bought from the book depository is Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones or something. And I saw the anime movie and I really liked that, and I'm just curious how it is written, and I just love this cover as well. It's a very beautiful cover with the purple and the green. You might notice in my whole pile that I have another purple and green book, and maybe that's just why I bought it, because I like these color combinations. I don't know, but Howl's Moving Castle is definitely on my TBR. Okay, next up I bought Femme Fatale by Anja Verliers. This is a psychological thriller. I have read most of her books and I really enjoyed them. I first bought these books because they were set in my hometown, and I found that really interesting because you know the places where the characters go, and well, that's just fun to read. Oh yeah, I walked there. Oh yes, I know where that is. So yeah, I bought it because of that, and I just continued on with the series. This is actually the first book that I haven't gotten signed by her yet, because this was a sale, and I just thought I will have it signed later, because I have all of her books that I have signed. I just miss having... Well, I read her previous book, but I haven't got it personally. My mom bought it and I borrowed it, but I will be buying it in the future because I just want to have the entire series. And I really can't tell you that much about it. I don't really know what it's about, but I know that her books are good. So this is about Kathleen Verlinde. She is a psychologist who helps people, and in these people's life things are happening, and well, Kathleen just helps out, and well, I don't really know how to pronounce it, but this is a psychological thriller and I enjoy this, but I'm not gonna be reading this really soon because I actually want to reread her entire series before that, and I really don't know when I will be having the time. So really, if you are living in Belgium or in the Netherlands or something, you just check her out. She is really good. Okay, let's just see how my pile is doing right here. well, I bought 2 comics, or graphic novels, I must say graphic novels. Okay, I bought 2 graphic novels, and I am sorry to say this is book 1 and book 11, so I'm missing a lot. But I'm hoping to find them really soon, and I bought the graphic novel of Game of Thrones. I'm really looking forward to reading that, but I'm gonna wait till I have the rest of the series, of course. So I have book 1, oh no, book 11, and I have book 1. So, well, I can see on the cover what is happening already, and I know the story, so it wouldn't be that far of a stretch to just start reading these 2, but I like reading in order, so I'm just gonna wait to read till I have the rest of the series. Okay, I'm just gonna pick up the book that just toppled over my entire pile, and you might recognize the color scheme. It is purple and green. This is Brenda and Effie Forever by Paul Muggers? I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, this book is about Brenda and Effie. Surprise! Well, I think this is more of a middle grade book. This is about a world with, let me check, miniature mermaids, ancient vampires, the Phantom of the Opera, a hunchback, a ghost, and apparently I think this will be a funny book. This is supposed to be a funny, I don't know. I'm just gonna read it and then I'll let you guys know. My pile is really getting higher. And then I bought a trilogy, which is really hard to find on Boekenfestijn because mostly they have, oh yeah, book 2, but they are missing book 1. Oh yes, book 3, but where is the rest of the series? So I found an entire trilogy. And this is the Waterfire Saga by Jennifer Donnelly. This is a series about mermaids, and that's all I know, but I'm predicting this to be a 3-star read. I'm not gonna be optimistic, I'm not gonna say this is a 5-star read, I'm gonna predict this is a 3-star read about mermaids, and I think I'm gonna enjoy it, but yeah. Okay, so the first one is Deep Blue. Well, I have them in Dutch, so I don't know the original title. I'm just gonna say Rogue Wave. Oh, wait, did I read that right? Yes, Rogue Wave, which is De Blauwe Diamant. No, that's not a literal translation. That is something very different. And I have Donker Getij in Dutch, and that is, well, in English that is, yeah, Dark Tide. Okay, literal translation. Okay, I'm just curious why they translated second book so well, so weird. Okay, let me just hope this pile doesn't topple over. Next up, I wasn't going to buy this at first because I wanted these books actually to be in English. Well, this is one book, but the books from this writer, I want to buy books from this writer in English. So I wasn't really planning on getting this one because it was in Dutch, but I bought Neil Gaiman's The Ocean at the End of the Lane, I think the English title is. And I really don't know what it is about, but this has a dust jacket, and I'm just gonna show you the naked cover. And I don't know if you can see it sparkle, but I just fell in love with this naked cover because it was so sparkly. And I just had to have it. So I bought it. And well, the inside, it's well, there is a color picture with some writing. I'm gonna add this to the pile. Next up, I bought a book that I already own, but I bought the special edition, and I really don't know if I still find the series so interesting because I bought New Moon by Stephanie Meyer. I think this was the second book in the Twilight series, but you know, this comes in a box, and I have the first one in a box like this, and I don't think I have this one in the box. I think I couldn't wait to continue on reading, so maybe I do have it in a box set already. I don't know. Definitely the first one, not the third one. The third one is just a regular paperback or hardcover. I don't know. I just really have to check my books. And this also has. Where is my ribbon? I love ribbons. Here it is. I just love these ribbons. Just saves me a bookmark because I have to have bookmarks in every book that I own. I just like to leave them in. So, oh no, I have to struggle this back in. Okay, so I have New Moon, and maybe I will be rereading Twilight someday, but not this year, because I suspect that I will like it a little less because of all the drama. I'm really not into all that drama at the moment, which I clearly was when I first read it, maybe like 5 years ago. I was clearly into the drama, but not anymore. So maybe these sparkly vampires aren't so sparkly to me anymore. Next I have The Isle of the Lost by Melissa de la Cruz. This is a Descendants novel. Well, there is a Disney movie about the Descendants, with a lot of songs and musicals, and I'm sorry to say that I watched it in a dubbed version, so they just add Dutch voices over the English ones, but I liked the movie and I liked the songs, and it was okay. Well, the story was okay, but just look at this cover. I really love this cover, and maybe the book is a bit better, although I will be missing the songs because I like musicals. And I'm looking forward to giving this a read. Well, maybe I should mention what this is about, because I keep forgetting. This is about the descendants of the Disney villains. I like covers with apples and stuff, because I like fairy tales, and that is just the reason why I bought this. Okay. And next up, I just bought this because the cover and the title, How to Catch a Witch. This is nice and pink. This has just the title on it with little drawings of books and witch hats and potions. And this is a book by Abby Longstaff. I don't know what it's about, and I'm gonna find out when I read it. Maybe in October, because a lot of these books that I have bought are... I think they just fit Halloween reads. So, How to Catch a Witch. Nice and pink. Next up, I bought a book that is gonna be super weird. This is Veer en Been, or Feather and Bone in English, by Laszlo Strangolov. Laszlo Strangolov, Feather and Bone. This is, well, not an adult book, obviously, not a young adult book. This is more of a middle grade. This is supposed to be I think it's supposed to be a bit of a creepy book, but also funny because it is about chickens. This is about a chicken farm, and the chicken farm is abandoned, but it seems to become alive, and there's a group of chickens following someone, and there's exploding rabbits, and I don't know, it just seemed interesting to have, so... And next, oh, I just forgot some books as well. Okay, I have more books. This is Monsters Bizarre Bestiarium. I bought this because I was hoping this would fit like in a Hogwarts textbook thing, like with information about all sorts of monsters. So there's a lot of information about things and drawings. I don't know. I'm just like a kappa. I don't know what a kappa is, and we'll find out when I maybe get through this book. But this is a really nice and green cover. It is also like a snakeskin pattern, but I don't think you can actually see it on camera. But this has a sort of snakeskin pattern on it. It's really nice. So, and something that I normally don't do is just buy the second book because I don't have the first book, but I like the cover, and I know I've watched the first book, I was looking at it in a bookstore when I saw the first book really long ago, and I bought Ghost Girl, the second book of it, because it was a really interesting cover. I like this, and it has nice silver sprayed pages. So when you open it, you just have a see-through cover, and this, it just seems interesting, and this has like nice decorations on top and on the bottom of the pages, and well, Ghost Girl just seems a bit Halloweeny as well. And last, there are 3 books in the series, and well, let's see if it has an English translation, because I also have them in Dutch. Yes, the original series is Something Wickedly Weird, and I have the first 3 books. I think I have the first 3, or at least the first 2, and I enjoyed them, but I just didn't want to spend that much money on a series that was okay, like 3 stars, and I found them real cheap, and I have book 4, book 5, and book 6 now. And these are like really quick reads, because maybe I should I forget adding the author almost every time. By Chris Mould. I have more books of him. I also have 2 books with short stories, I think, of him, or is that a different one, which I liked. So, but these are Something Wickedly Weird. And that concludes my, I don't think you can even see it on camera anymore, my book haul. This is actually, maybe I should just turn the camera a bit. Yes, my book haul.